Hello, I'm Aquatic and welcome back to Q&A Saturday. This is the weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so across my channel on the comment section of the last week's Q&A Saturday video. This week's Q&A is going to be focusing on, obviously, the big questions about the next updates coming out for Minecraft on the Bedrock/console editions, as well as the bunch of other things that people have wanted to know over the past week that I wanted to go through and answer as this fun little weekly back and forth. Hopefully you do all enjoy this. You can like this if you do like it because it helps out the channel a lot and lets us know you do enjoy Q&A Saturday and you want to see more of these and maybe some more of those mega ones in the future, which, speaking of, by the way, let's go straight into the first question, which comes in from Hyperactive Sloth. This was the most upvoted comment from the last week's Q&A, which was, people, we want a Q&A that answers everyone's questions. Also, people, the video is too long. And this is really a thing you can see. If you go back and check those comments, despite the number of people that were saying you should answer everyone's question, yeah, it'll be a really good idea, then as soon as the video comes out, most of the comments, or at least a decent number of comments, were saying, this is way too long. You expect me to watch a 50-minute Q&A, Toycat? What is this madness? And it's like, okay, well, clearly the solution is I was meant to answer 300 questions in, 10 minutes, right? And although I could totally just take this as like a point of, look how right I am, I correctly proved that people don't want crazy long Q&As, I wanted to actually use this as a good example to prove the point of how big communities can kind of be. So, kind of like the community we have here on the YouTube channel in some way, there's actually multiple different, like, factions, lots of different people with lots of different individual opinions, and although those opinions kind of turn into big, collective, like I said, factions, like big collective opinions, there is kind of like different warring ones at the same time. So those are two kind of different groups of people, and this is really important to notice because, if you hear one person saying, well, Toycat's channel is dead, like that means they've stopped watching it, and that's entirely fine or whatever, or people say Minecraft is dead, and it's like, well, I mean, just because you stop playing something, it doesn't necessarily die. For instance, I haven't eaten a carrot, like I haven't chopped a carrot, I haven't used it in cooking in literally years, like 5 or 6 years, but I won't ever say, carrots are dead, man. Has anyone, like, carrots, what are even the point of them? Like, they're such a dead vegetable, what a stupid vegetable, right? You know how ridiculous that would sound? But on the internet, sometimes there's a lot of places where you can be like, well, if I believe this and one other person believes this, and even if it's a popular opinion, it never represents the majority. People are very unique, the individual is a very unique and different thing, and that's something I want to get across here. Also, I never do like goals on this channel because I feel like they're usually used as a cheesy way to try and get more likes, but I think it is a good way in future to measure, like, if we have an idea that's going to take a lot of effort and that some people might not like, we should have like a like system of like, if this video gets 3,000 likes, then we'll do another mega Q&A, because that's a good way to show like, okay, there has to be a certain number of people that not only believe in this, but also believe in it enough to like hit that like button or whatever, and that's something we might do in the future. Again, if you want to do it right now, if this video does get 3,000 likes, I'll do it, but in future, it's something I'm going to use to kind of measure this, and now you know what the genesis of that thought was. So, let's move to the second question, which comes in from Mino Assel, who says, but do you say thanks to the bus driver? And I think this is just a British thing, like a British outside of London thing, but I totally do, and in other countries, I'm really shocked when people don't, and it's honestly kind of hilarious, like when we're in the UK in some parts of the country where they have buses with 2 doors, again, it's mostly big cities like London, but sometimes people get off the back door and they'll still say thanks instinctively when they get off. Also, if you say thanks to the bus driver, again, this is just my experience worldwide, the bus driver usually says thanks back to you, and it's like, wait, so why are you thanking me? I'm thanking you, you drove me, and honestly, I want to just quickly say that thanking the bus driver is a really kind of silly thing. I do it, and I think it's a, nice enough thing to do. I'll do the pleasantries, but it's like, he knows he did the thing for me, and he's doing it because it's his job, and like, although thanking him is nice, it's like, he wasn't specifically driving me, he was driving this big group for, but whatever, anyway, I don't know what I think about thanking the bus driver, but I do it regardless, and sometimes it makes me look really weird in other countries. But with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Mike Bonifield, who says, I agree with Minecraft needing a cave update. I've played a cheap clone on the Xbox 360 that has more interesting caves and features, and I wanted to actually just, go through this one, because the funny thing about your comment there, Mike Bonifield, is I have also played a bunch of Minecraft cheap clones. Some of it was for a really old live stream series where I went through bad Minecraft clones, and one of it is because I played 360 indie games just to see what's out there, and so many of them have really intriguing cave systems. Like, the games suck as a whole, but they have a better cave system than Minecraft. Imagine that. Imagine, like this game that literally costs sometimes less than $1 having a better cave system than Minecraft. There's one developed by one dude that's just trying to cash in on the Minecraft hype. That is, in my opinion, the biggest reason why we need better caves than Minecraft. Hashtag next update, make it the cave update 1.14. That's not a very catchy hashtag, but let's make it anyway. Before we move to the next question, which comes in from Tiernan O'Mahony. I assume that's an Irish name, but who knows what's going on with that? I think it's probably like Tiernan O'Mahony. Q&A, what map in MC Bedrock store do you recommend? So to answer your question there, Tiernan, I should stop saying it because I'm getting it wrong. But to answer your question, because I do store Sunday and I mentioned like specific maps whether they're good or bad, but if you're just out there and you're like, which maps should I get? it really depends on what you want. The reason I have this series is because there's like 1,000 pieces of content almost on the store right now, and deciding which of it is worthwhile and which of it is terrible is really, really tricky to do. And honestly, there's no objectively best map for anyone. I would say, you know, Jiggaboys' his abstraction maps are a really great place to start because they're well priced and they're also like, you know, like it's a survival map that everyone can get the concept of, but maybe you like a texture pack. Maybe you like the coloring book map that I showed off recently. I would say watch Store Sunday if you want to get a specific recommendation, but I'd also say the map I'm showing off tomorrow is one of my favorite maps I've seen in a very long time. You know how it is with me in the Store Sunday? It's like a 50-50 rate of like, this is great to this is bad, at least right now. And, you know, this map was one of the ones where I was like, this is great. I had a lot of fun with it. I keep on wanting to do, you know, go more and more. I'm going to go back and play a bit more after this video. And yeah, tomorrow's Store Sunday will actually be covering it, so make sure you check it out. Hey, look, I self-promoted myself. Did that annoying YouTube thing where we're like, oh, I'm going to spend all of this video talking about another video, and maybe it worked. Maybe you want to watch that next one, or maybe you just hate me. Either way, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Princess Dirk, who says, is that really Princess Dirk? Anyway, they say, so Kat, what's the deal with smooth stone stairs? Weren't they shown multiple times at Minecon last year? So yeah, Minecon 2017 did or Minecon Earth, whatever it was called, did in fact have some stone stairs, both in the form of like a screenshot in the trailer, and also in that live action super duper graphics, you know, thing. And by the way, just as a small side note, I can't get that whole musical song out of my head, even though at first I was like, this is stupid, but the more times I listen to it, the more it like gets stuck in my head, and now I can't get like that end bit of like, in this super duper realistic, extra special, fabulistic, dramatic, never tragical. I don't know what it is, but it's like, it's just in that head, like it's really well done.
In this super duper realistic, extra special, fabulistic, mystical and magical, dramatic, never tragical world that waits for you.
No, either that's like the best thing Minecraft's ever made or the worst thing, and I still can't decide, and I just wanted to mention that at the end here. So yeah, just a small thing, they did in fact show off stone stairs, but they showed them off, I think the first time was like an accident, or it was like a visual thing, and the second time it was for like a musical trailer, which is for something that never came out. So presumably it was like something to do with the Super Duper graphics pack, and that's why that's delayed. So yeah, no stone stairs, there's no sign they were ever intended to be there, they might have just been an accident, and it's kind of sad because I would love to see them, and given that Dinbono said we could see more stairs and more slabs in the next update, it's entirely possible. But let's move into the next question, which comes in from Bad Gideon, who asks the question that a billion people have asked, and that I'm going to be trying to answer right here, because when is the updated Aquatic? So when is the updated Aquatic is the #1 question. There is not a single, like, hour that goes by where I don't have some form of, like, so, that updated Aquatic, where's it at, Toy Cat? And it's like, well, actually, I gave you the latest update recently, but a lot of people assume, like, maybe in the past week it's changed. And to be fair, some of this stuff does change from week to week, so where is the updated Aquatic right now? Right now, the updated Aquatic is in certification. Every one of the manufacturers, Apple, Android, well, I guess the whatever you want to call it, Google, you know, Microsoft, you know, Nintendo, all of these platforms are taking, you know, like Gear VR, they're all taking the update, they're making sure it runs just fine, and as soon as they're all done, they're all collectively done, then Minecraft can set a release date for it. The earliest possible release date we'll see is next Tuesday, is in a few days from now, like the 10th, I guess. The most likely release date we'd see is somewhere during later that next week, or the 17th, but it could go later beyond that, because we don't know yet if it's past certification, at least as of recording, we haven't seen that, which means that, yeah, the update is coming out super, super soon for Bedrock platforms. The Java update is coming out at a similar time, perhaps they're going to synchronize the two, and then the console edition update, they've confirmed that they're not putting it in certification till after that one has finished certification, which means we'll see it at the, you know, like, right now, it looks like late July, but, you know, who knows how these things goes. There's a whole bunch of, like, behind the scenes stuff that determines that. But yeah, updated Aquatic is super soon for Bedrock or Java, i.e. if you're playing Minecraft that just says Minecraft, or you're playing Minecraft Java Edition. If you're playing Minecraft that says 360 Edition or PlayStation 3 Edition, or, you know, I don't know how I'm explaining this right now, then it will be later on this month, and there is the latest news update. So with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Hannah Vibert, who says, I love this, thank you for taking the time to go through so many questions. I personally would enjoy more Mega Q&A Saturdays. So I recognize Hannah Vibert from like a long time ago in Q&A Saturdays, so that's a sign of a long-term fan that actually, you know, like, I like that it was appreciative rather than being like, this is too long, answer the questions faster. Also, answer more questions, 200 isn't enough. You said all 300 and now you've failed us as a subscriber base, so first of all, thank you very much. And second of all, I wanted to say more Mega Q&A Saturdays again, if you want to do it, then get this video to 3,000 likes. But no, I think there could be good opportunities for more Mega Q&A Saturdays, maybe like as a once-a-year event or something like that. Let me know what you think in the comments of this video, because obviously, in the comments of that video, there's literally just some people being like, well, I mean, you answered for an hour, but I'm still bitter my question didn't come up, so it's like, okay, we need to work our way past that, because I thought Twitter, it was obvious, leave one question. I said leave one question, some people left 5, and it made it impossible to sort through it. It was a whole mess. So we need to work out a better platform, a better system, and let me know if with that better platform and system, you'd like to see another one in a few months' time. One of the things I actually want to do more of on this video is kind of like, I guess, commentary style videos where I'm talking about a kind of issue, because a lot of the reason people like Q&A Saturday is for that, and although Q&A is fun, it's answering like specific questions, I also want to talk about some like bigger issues in that form. So yeah, the first video, by the way, I'm considering working on, I don't know if I will, is all about like how averages work, both in terms of Minecraft and outside of Minecraft, because again, I think on YouTube, more and more people just use it as a background source of entertainment. I think, although some people watch YouTube as a full-on thing, and probably most people, a lot of people really want like a podcast-style thing on YouTube, and that's something I might be doing more of. I don't know, let me know, like tweet at me, or I don't know, join the Discord, discord.gg/toycat. Look at me, I'm self-promoting, not even the end of the video, but I'm totally going to go through, and I'm going to promote myself anyway. So, next question comes in from Michael, just Michael, not any special Michael, just Michael, who is also Mario wearing a green hat, who says, I'm curious, what is the average watch time for this video compared to other Q&A videos? So I was curious about this one too, and it turns out there's a slightly longer average view duration, but it still means most people didn't watch it, because the average view duration was 11 minutes on a 50-something minute video, so as a result of that, around 20%, or I guess like on average, people watch 20% of the video, compared to an average Q&A Saturday, where it's something like 40% the watch duration. Obviously, comparing a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video to a 50-minute one is always going to be kind of tricky, but it's something I just wanted to kind of get out there that like less people watched it. People get through and they're like, oh my god, that, you know, they watched their 11 minutes, they're like, this is a 50-minute Q&A Saturday, I'm getting out of it. I'm going to go do all the important things in my day that aren't watching Q&A Saturday, because I allot 15 minutes to this, damn it, and when you go over that, you have ruined my day. That's how those people seem to be. But yeah, with that said, let's move on to the final question, which comes in from your boy Penguin Powers 03, who says, Q&A, have you ever been to anywhere in South America or Africa? By the way, I like to just throw like every like maybe one every 20 times, call someone your boy, just to like, I know, it makes them feel special, right? But yeah, Penguin Powers asked if I've been to South America or Africa, or if I intend to. And yeah, because I said this year one of the goals is to go to every continent in the world, I've now been to Australasia, Larger, Oceania, whatever that whole thing is called. I've been to Asia, and hopefully later in the year, I intend to go to South America and Africa. I'm going to cheat out in Africa because there's a part of Africa that's basically just Europe, like Morocco. You can get there in like 3.5 hours by Ryanair. It costs like £17. Gonna go fly to Africa like that for a couple of days, see North Africa or whatever. And then South America is one of those things I've been eyeing up. I know things are like, South America is like the most dangerous continent, by the way. Like, you'd figure like, oh, worst place to go would be like somewhere in like, you know, sub-Saharan Africa, or like, oh, there's some of those Asian countries that are terrible, they'll lock you up or whatever. But I think South America actually does have the highest murder rate, and although it's localized, and this is something I'll talk about in the law of averages, it is one of those things where it's like a little bit scary for that reason. But yeah, Argentina I've been looking into, Chile I've been looking into, and yeah, I really want to visit both those countries because they both sound really amazing, and I know just all the things I hear about them are great. But yeah, I would have visited every continent in the world if I can find some reasonably priced flights to South America. That's a big if, because obviously, you know, it's expensive to fly to South America. The reasons behind that are complex, and you know, the reasons behind everything I've mentioned in this video are complex, so really what I'm saying is learn more things and stuff, and let me know if you want to see some more Toy Cat style podcast stuff. Did you even watch this video? Did you see the background gameplay? If you didn't, you missed out. It was some Battle Royale where things went really well until like at the very last minute, this guy did his whole magic and switched around. I didn't like that, but it was fun regardless. So yeah, watch the videos sometimes. But no, let me know if you do watch these as podcasts, or if you like the podcasty style content. The commentary style stuff is a better idea, because I want to do like some, you know, 10 to 15 to 20 minute videos talking about a big issue in its own right, because that's what people like from the Toy Cat podcast. But Toy Cat podcasts don't, like podcasts as a whole, don't work on YouTube. YouTube won't recommend them to you because they know it's like, you know, there's no point them sending you audio and content. So all I want to do is I want to like have more YouTubeable content, because if I'm gonna make something that's long and designed to be digested by your ears, because that's a thing that you can do, digest with your ears. But you know, if basically I want to make it so it's something that actually works with the YouTube algorithms or whatever, because there's no point recording something if you won't see it. So let me know if you want to see that, or if that sounds terrible, like all the bad for podcasts, because you need to have them 40 minutes. I've asked a lot of things for you to say in the comments down below. So while you're at it, why don't you tell me what your childhood pet was called, and also tell me what you think about the Venezuelan hyperinflation crisis, because yeah, that's a serious thing. Maybe we can solve it if we all get together and just leave one comment each. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Leave a comment down below if you want to ask a question, by the way. I don't think I clarified that at the start of the video. I think I'm just going to get a bunch of questions about the Venezuelan hyperinflation crisis. But you know, this is a serious issue, so I'm glad about that. And also, follow me at IBXClick on Twitter, because that's where I ask for questions sometimes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.